welcome back to the Valheim Slow play. Oops, and apparently a misclick to put an arrow into the boards. Right. Anyway, what we are doing today is starting with an exploration of this crafting building that I built and just kind of go over where we're at, because I did do a couple of things off stream for a variety of reasons, not the least of which watching me funnel my way through some of this is maybe a little boring. All right, so I don't think we finished in the last stream, so we've got our storage facility. Now I've actually made this pretty basic. I could have, because I've actually built one in another game recently, tossed another layer up here, but I think this is good, and I'm going to keep it pretty basic as far as what goes into each of these. So there's lots of boxes for flint and feathers, bones and resin, stone, etc. And I just like that. I think I'm going to replace this door, though. I really don't like this door. I don't have any wood on me. I'll fix that. I'm going to replace this with a gate, because I think gates are better as a whole. Cookhouse, that's been the same. The fane, as we have called it, which is where my bed is, and I've actually got two beds, one for myself and one for my buddy Kurt when he's on board, but he is not with us today. And then we have the crafting hut. So this was built when I was playing the other day, about a week ago now. And there were several reasons for this construction, the way I did it. So first off, because there are two of us that are going to frequent this game periodically, I wanted a second crafting station. So this one is primarily for repair work. But this one over here is the main building station. It is a level 3 station, and because of how I built this, with building it right at the edge of this cliff, even though I don't have a pickaxe yet because we're still in the Stone Age, I could toss the tanning rack and the chopping block down here, and they are still impacting that. This section here is probably going to get expanded once we have access to core wood, and what's going to happen is this is going to be the smelting area, and then the forge, or forges, quite likely, will go up here. And theoretically, I'll toss a forge here and hopefully be able to likewise put its accoutrement, some of its bigger accoutrement down below, and some of the wall-mounted stuff to the sides of each of them. And I was experimenting also with this version of a wall, which I really like. And I'm just going to kind of take the steer around the wall. Oh, this. But I really do like how this looks, and it does provide enough structure and enough protection for the crafting stations to work just fine. So some of the other things that I need to do is, because I've really kind of restricted what's going in each of the sections in here, I'm going to want to toss another storage facility in this space between the bakehouse and that storage facility. And then down the road, there's going to be a dock network, or a couple of, probably for 2 ships, probably for a carve, and later on a long ship going here to provide the shipping access that I'm going to need. So today, I need to figure out where I put all my stuff, because I have some materials, but I don't have... I have a little bit of food. And just a reminder, here's the bakehouse, uncooked meat, cooked food, fruits, veg, and fungi, honey meads and pre-meads. This is... I'm not super thrilled with this layout. The storage system is probably going to get updated. I actually built a different sort of structure in my other game recently, and I may replace this with that down the road. This may actually become a temporary longhouse, actually, when we replace the fane. We'll see. For now, let's see what we've got in here. It's that thing where you step away from the game for a couple of weeks and you forget everything. Cold. Okay, so hoe, an axe. That's stone axe. I've got a flint axe, so let's put the stone axe away. Seeds. Okay. Right, let's get the bees checked. They've got lots of honey. And if we check our map, we have done some exploration. So Eikthyre's over here. That's where the base is, and we've checked a bunch of stuff. So I think I don't know if I moved everything from the storage space. Probably. But I'm gonna go collect this hive. I think is my first exploration thing I'm gonna do today. But I think the first kind of build related thing I'm gonna do is just flatten out and see how flat this next storage location can be. I don't really want to build things up with stone. It's not my favorite thing. So if I can get this pretty level, I think this is enough space. It'll be interesting. I think if I put it down right in here, I could get a second wooden Quonset hut, for lack of a better description, in there. So if you are watching and you're like, you know, I'd like to see more of the build stuff, I'd like to see the collection and stuff, let me know, because well, I have no problem streaming it for sure. It's not my favorite thing to watch, so I assume other people don't want to watch that much of that content. So for my food, I've got what I've got to axe. Let's just see. Actually, let's rearrange things to how I normally have them. Bow is on 6. There we go. Way. Let's just check here. So we've got a fair bit of raspberries, plants, got some honey in there. What do I got? I'm gonna keep that 15 honey. All right, so we're pretty good. I've got 3. I need more. I'm just gonna take all of that. And it's gonna drop off seeds and the hides. So I don't need to schlep those around with me. Hides. I don't actually have a seed spin. Let's go. Let's change this to treasure and seeds. Seeds in there. All right. So now we've got ourselves relatively well equipped. That deer has been taunting me. Let's see if I can. Oh my goodness. There we go. It's not super critical, obviously, to get that sorted right now, getting all the deer, but dear, oh dear. The deer puns. Raspberries, some wood. I talked about before how I don't particularly care for a heavy deforestation right near the base. So once I get portals, what I'll probably do is pick a place near some Black Forest and combo up. Oh, that's an oak tree that got taken down. All right. Let's So we're gonna go past those raspberries and aim for the hive here. So it's just, if you are new to the game, you can use comma to, and even if you're not new to the game, it's something I didn't learn until probably 100 hours in or so, is that you can use comma to zoom your map out, which is helpful for when you're doing some targeted longer treks. And I should have my bow ready so I can deal with here like that. Because right now they are my primary source of meat. Now that being said, I should also think about planning my boar breeding area, because I should eat some food. My health is at 6 hit points, and that would be easy to die. So if you're wondering why I was only at 6 hit points, it's because I fell a crap load while I was building the crafting building, because it had some high up bits. I think I'm going to take a slight detour and fill in some of that map section. Let's see what's over here. Just an ugly hill. Nothing really of note. All right. So, general philosophy I like to take is have a weapon have your axe for taking down trees, but have a secondary weapon, because if you are cutting a lot of wood, aside from the fact that you will attract greylings periodically, your axe will wear down, and having a second weapon to defend yourself as you're transporting your goods back from your biking about. So for instance, we've got a greyling over there that's probably going to come and check me out. Check out this fine specimen of Viking. Fine spicy specimen of Viking. Yes. Spicy Viking specimen. We wish happy birthday to Kurt's dad. That's why Kurt's not playing right now, because he is celebrating his dad's birthday. I don't know that it's actually his birthday. Today is when they're celebrating with a traditional smorgasbord, which I have to say, having participated in one once, was a delicious alcohol-fueled feast. Because I mean, you don't have to. We did. But traditionally, there is a shot of aquavit between every course. And if you're ready to aquavit, that's fine. No judgment from me. Can't promise that you wouldn't get judged from other people, because not everyone's as tolerant as I am. And those who know me say, Jason, you're not tolerant. I'm tolerant of people who are reasonable. by my definition. Which of course is not necessarily fair. But I think this is where my hive is. Here's some bees. Oh. And we'll wait a sec. Some good honey, get queen, so we can build a fourth hive. So where are we at? We've got 85. We're actually pretty good. So I think now that we've done this, my thoughts are leaning towards following this edge of the map back down around to our base. See how far we can get. If we run into a Black Forrest, we'll obviously not engage in that. That's a bad idea. At this stage, I don't have near enough stuff, so let's actually clear the hive. And so we're gonna zip along this edge. I've got enough provisions to be okay, and I got enough weight that if I need to, I can whip up a quick. I've got enough provisions and gear in good enough shape that I can whip together a quick fire and cook stand if I need to cook some of the meat. Build a quick shelter if that's required. But I do like to do some exploration relatively early on, because it makes it easier when thinking about, to some extent, permanency. Now, I do intend to have my base be permanent. I don't want to move it. I don't want to abandon it down the road. I will likely have other smelting bases, whoopsie, as we get to other materials that might be farther afield than I want to ship the raw ore, especially while I've got to carve. To some extent, there's some value in setting up an outpost where you are shoot it here, where you're able to process the materials before shipping them back. It's also a good time right now to work on skills like archery and blocking. How many arrows do I have? Yeah, those early days where every time you use a weapon effectively, you gain skill in it. It's a lovely thing. I find spears to be relatively quick for quick follow-up attacks compared to axes. And not too bad with the stamina drain. So they're less, you have to be more accurate. They're less forgiving than the axes for sure. It's also a good idea right now for me to be picking up a bunch of flint. If I'm going to max out this flint spear and the flint axe, and I should also build a flint knife for completeness, because part of the slow play theory is to, in my mind, so this is my own personal challenge mode. It's not really the challenge mode, it's just, maybe the challenge is going to be to keep people attention. for me to keep playing and to actually do what I want to do, which is or what I'm setting out to do, which I think right now I want to do, which is to build like be completionist. So build all of the weapons and max them all out to maximum level, max out all the armors and all those things that go along with that completionist sort of attitude. Because why not? Like, I think this game has a lot to offer beyond just zipping through to the next area and the next level. Those are cool, and don't get me wrong, I do enjoy that progression of the game, but I also like to savor it. It's like, I don't know, like a great movie may only be like, you can do a really good movie in an hour and a half, right? Like, you can tell a whole complete story in an hour and a half, but if you tell the story really well, you can also tell that story and tell a more complete story over 2.5, 3 hours. You take a look at Lord of the Rings, right? Like, you compare the standard edition to the extended edition, and you add like an extra, whatever, 45 minutes of footage. It doesn't feel any longer. It just, you get a more complete story. And that's what I'm thinking. That's my idea for this. Like, Valheim can be played on the normal edition. You can do speed runs. Like, every game has a speed run option, and I know there's some people who like, I know there's a recently, like, when you're placing the timing of this video in the overall meta of Valheim, this video is being done after. Oh, and there's some Black Forest, so we're going to GTFO and eat some more food. So we're going to skirt the edge of this Black Forest, because I don't really want to enter it. Doesn't look like a terribly large Black Forest, so we'll try to work our way around it. Might actually, they're like fighting something. Oh no, they're coming after me. That's what is known as bad. Black Forest at night, when you're in the Stone Age, is very, very bad. So early on in the Bronze Age is also very, very bad. Right now, this is the boar. Don't want to deal with that either. Don't really want to fight anything right now. My stamina is a little on the low side. I probably ate the wrong food. I should have, instead of the berry or the Honey should have grabbed that necktail that I had. Okay, what do we got here? That root's gonna mess me up. So I don't think my blocking skills. I should probably switch to my axe, because it is a more potent weapon than the spear. Do I have a torch? Nope, that was a... Craft that on the move. And then we're gonna bring up the torch, because that will help keep them away. Because... Is that blueberries? I don't know. It's blueberries. I don't have time to faff about with looking for blueberries. The idea, though, is that the torch will help keep them from getting close enough for combat. Oh, am I just aggroing everything right now? Like, that's a bad sign. I should be beelining it for my base. But no, the exploration must happen. I have to mark the blueberries, the black raspberries. That was a good raspberry set. We're gonna eat that, we're gonna eat that. Then we're gonna run. Some more Black Forest. This is a reasonably sized Black Forest for sure. Some deer. Day 19. I don't think I've died yet in this game. I'd really like to not. Okay, what do we got? Okay, so they are turning around. That's a lovely thing. Okay. So my exploration continues. Let's just go back here. No, those are... raspberries. I'll mark that. And... oh, there's like a great... I have no idea what my block is like on this. Yeah. So here we have... oh, we have like a full-on village here. This is one of the things where if I'd spent a little more time... maybe I spent a fair bit of time already searching. So this is what I would often refer to as an amazing alpha site. So I've got my main base, right? Where I have all the things that I need. I've got my cookhouse, I've got a house. But, like, it would be easy enough to... oh, another counter. So take that down. So the question is, finding a like, this is a great find for a number of reasons. So first up, the reason that I really like the pre-built villages early on, especially, is because, yeah, it gives you an immediate sort of edge. When you've got some structures, it's easy to build them up and you're along on your way. From a... while still in the Stone Age perspective, moving to this site has some benefits. First off is that there's raspberries in the village, right? So we've got these couple of pens. We've got 4 or 5 raspberry bushes right in the village. Actually, no, we've got 5, 7 raspberry bushes in the village. We've got some pre-done pens. And what do we got here? We've got a 1-star boar. Like, literally, it would be worthwhile to pen that guy up right now. What do I got for building materials? I probably have almost enough. If I take some of this down, craft it. Build this. Just quickly. So we've got 16 over here. Don't want to put it in here, but we can build off of this. Build around that. We can actually just build it right here. So we're going to quickly zip up. One board pen. And we're going to get ourselves our first piggy. Just like crazy. So yeah, so I'm basically committing at this point to moving the base. It was like the apology, I'm sorry that we that I played without you. But there we go. It's following me. It's gonna chase me. Come here. I don't know. Hey, over here. Hey, buddy. Come on. What you got? Come on. Hey. Come on. Yeah. Oh, you wanker. He's having none of it. I've never had this much trouble getting the stupid pig into one of these things. There we go. Oh! That's the smartest fucking pig ever. Aha. And now we... half. And miss. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's try this again. Alright. So now we leave the boar alone. Do its thing. Check out this chest, grab its stuff. So, yeah, I think got these buildings. It's right near the Black Forest, which has its challenges, such as the fact that there's that 1-star Grey Dwarf right becking there. And this is a great bloody chasm. Whatever. I still think this works. It's not that far from the other base. Realistic. But, I mean, it's not right on the edge. We're just gonna harvest some piggies. That's like a nice deep harbor area. Yeah, this really is, I think, this is the way. I'm gonna move the base. Not gonna move the base today. There's gonna be some logistics involved in that, like crap ton of farming, and not really moving the base. We're gonna leave the other one as is. We're actually gonna leave. We're not gonna leave the supplies there. We're gonna leave the base as is. That's the plan. If you've got ideas or comments, throw them down in the comment section below. I didn't mark that place on the map. That's okay. Let's go do that. It's like the alternative is at the alpha site, as it were. Yes, I'm a Stargate geek. The alpha site, what is now the alpha site, which is that place where I left the board, is not perfect, but neither is my current base. My current base is a ways away from Black Forrest. But what the current base does is it gives me an alternative safe haven, as it were. Because realistic stairs. Yeah, we need stairs. So one of the things I found is that you can, if you didn't know, you can bring the cart up and down stairs. It does do some damage. Probably gonna track that. It's just. There's a shell. Stocks. It's not a huge Black Forest. I am definitely contemplating. Because, yeah. Alright, let's... Let's throw... There. Let's just zip back here and grab it. I wasn't exploring Black Forest, contemplating this base to make sure this is worth it. All right. It's like basically what I want to know. I want to find just serial stab him. Just all right. Let's just ditch a bunch of stuff in that chest. I'm gonna move the. Stations too exposed. Someone just looked. No, I did not see. It's just slap. Bits of structure here. definitely the challenge of the Black Forest racing. Because it basically will require a palisade, at least to direct them around. But the idea, at least here, is I can... Alright, let's drop some stuff off. Don't want you... You... Right. But, some wood arrows. So I've got 100 arrows. Repair my cap. And then we're going to go and explore this Black Forest. Which I said I wasn't going to do, because that's what happens. Alright. Exploring the Black Forest. It's a very dangerous thing to do. You are still running level 1 gear. Like, if this had been a copper deposit, it was like a no-brainer. Let's see. It's of course no use to us until we get a cultivator, which requires bronze. You know, this is a relatively sizable Black Forest. It's not necessarily the biggest that we've seen, because this is the one that we were following the edge of. Oh, wait, that would have been bad. That was a stone structure there. Don't want to go too terrible deep into this place. Need to keep some stamina, so less running, just careful, being observant about what's around us. Right. Stay near the water's edge. I don't know what's in there. This is not a copper. That is a potentially Chungus copper deposit there. Right. This copper. I really wish you could export maps. If you have any solutions for exporting maps, well, let me know in the comments below. It is one of the things that I think is... Like, you should be able to share your map tags, even if people can't necessarily see what you've exposed, but when they go and explore it, there it is. Tag this. Mushrooms and berries. Another copper deposit. Excellent. So at the very least, the alpha site is going to be a smelting base, I think. I don't know. The problem with the location of where it is that giant... I mean, I could build a bridge around it. It might be worthwhile to just... So maybe what I do is do some preliminary construction, look at the possibility. There's some tin over here too. Really lots. Like, realistically, probably for the way that I intend to play this with the slow play mode, I'm probably gonna need in the neighborhood of, I'm gonna say like 300 bronze. It's like a lot of bronze. Like, I'm not kidding. Probably 300 or 400 bronze is what I will need to make a couple full suits of bronze armor, the two full sets of the bronze weapons, some copper. Not copper. Whatever. We know what I meant. And another copper. Awesome. It's hilarious how, you know, I had a plan. This is what I was going to do today. This is what I was definitely not going to do today. And what did I do? Exactly what I said I wasn't going to do. That is how this goes. But the other lovely thing about doing this now is it means that once I'm actually capable of doing this, which, you know, it might be the plan to, no, we're going to stick with the plan. We're going to get maxed out versions of all of our current kit. Except for the clothes. Like, that's actually one thing that will be really tough because I'll need to find a lot of bone. So I'm not going to worry about doing multiple sets of the Stone Age kit. I'm going to have one full set of Stone Age kit is the plan. And part of that is like trying to get enough of the bone bits for upgrading the leather armor, which I haven't even made my first set of leather armor yet. I'm still running rags, right? Rag pants. Level 2 rag tunic. The cool thing is that I could... take down this pine tree. It's dangerous, but I want the core wood because I think I'm going to toss a maple up in my other base. I've really done a bunch of wood cutting for Jump World. And the berries. Berries are super precious, in my opinion. I don't like eating the berries. They have two purposes. We're gonna drop the stone. Now the reality is that the core wood does change some options that we have right now. Like normally, the only reason that the core wood doesn't make it on my radar this early. What are we dropping here? Dropping the neck trophy. GTFO. The main reason that the core wood doesn't factor into some earlier stage builds is the risk in getting it is pretty high, and you don't really need it for your first tier builds, right? We're getting that coastline search in one. I don't think I've tagged this copy. Oh no, wait. Alright, let's get the stamina's back up. Now this is, you know, I'm like, oh, this is super dangerous. But, like, at the end of the day, it's a game. It's like, if I die, I die. I'll just come back. It is what it is. But there is a very strong interest right now for me to create a second phase. In a battle. These things are dead. Oh. That's bad. I died. I saw that coming. I'm like, oh god, I gotta block. I didn't block. That's okay. We will get that sorted. Oh. Whew. It's a thing. I got to tell you. All right. Wrong way. How far away is my corpse? Let's grab this. Get a little bit of honey. Actually connected up with where I've been, so that's pretty good. Problem is going to be that it is at night. Zoom in. I was zoomed out, which was probably part of the reason I do better with the combat when I'm close up. I think I actually came and helped Kurt. Oh, he did his own recovery. I don't think I actually went. So I warned him about going to Black Forest. I'm right. I think this is actually much near the edge of the forest. What we're gonna do is, once we get fairly close to it, I'm gonna drop the honey. And the flint, because those will impede my ability to pick up my stuff. Over here. Because I'm pretty sure I had a full inventory, which will include these things, but it is one of the things where they could improve the game would be to, if you have like stuff and you're not maxed out, just take it all. It does not automatically blend your kit together. Here. Suck trailing. All right. So. Let's I don't have the alpha site, so that's a, let's just zip the alpha site, that tag. There are quite a few raspberries right now, which is awesome. It's funny, if Kurt was here, he'd be like, Jason, you always tell me not to go into the Black Forest. Why'd you go into the Black Forest? Because I wanted to. Alright, so we've got this big, bloody great pit. The board is probably 30%, 20%. No. So what have we? Okay. So I can grab that. At this point, we're going to transport what we've got back to the main base. I'm going to tag this the alpha site. Because I feel like it's a valid place to go. And I think I'm going to go cross-country here. So I'm pretty sure this is all meadows. So I want to fill in that gap. And now I know there's that bloody great gorge. So we will follow the edge of said gorge back to home base. Back to the SGC. And there's some things down there. Like, this is... I mean, ultimately, if you could force things to come at you from the gorge, that's exactly how you want a raid to happen. But there's no guarantee of that. And it just kind of... Here's we're up this big, which is... here. Fair deal. Alright, now I don't have any room to pick up flint, so we're just gonna ignore that. We're gonna zip back and probably have a little snoozy snooze. I mean, it's farther away than it looks. It only looked that close because, of course, I had zoomed the map out. Yeah, I don't know. I really think that it's going to be it'll be a secondary base. I don't think this one will be. I don't think I'm not ready to abandon this one. I really do like what I've got going on here. So this will continue to be the primary structures. I think we're going to stick with that. We're going to keep that plan. That plan's not going anywhere. Jason's not deviating that far from the plan. Got some raspberries here too. Not as many. I do like the giant window. Fire arrows. Need some boxes on. So, furniture. Let's just throw some boxes right here. Or supplies. So, we're gonna put some that in there. Put that, and put other scraps in there as well. And I think this will be extras. So I'll just keep a supply of arrows and stuff in there for now. That. Drop off some things. Drop half berries. All this. Half honey. It's your treasure. It's there. Drop off bits over here. It may feel tedious, viewer. I know what you mean. However, I firmly believe it is the best solution. Necro treasures. Other hides are those wood. Got a lot of wood. We'll find wood. And our first core wood. I'm excited about the core wood. Stone. I don't have any stone on flint. Add the roots. Place. Bones and resin. Got a bunch of resin. Okay. Perfect. Seeds. I'm an open. All right, so this uncooked there. Potatoes. Wood. Sorry, beehives. Hoi, oi, oi. Some thinking to do. It's more wood than I need. Not sure. Got some. It's not really hard thinking. It's like, oh, right. It was an unexpected find to find something that legitimately feels as good as what we thought. Right? But I think from the shipping perspective, this is a better location. Because it wouldn't be as much uphill. So that's a good location for downstream shipping. So the alpha site may just become more like a forward operating base. I think that's what it'll be. I don't think we're going to move. Change of plans again. We're not moving. It's going to be a forward operating base that also doubles as our boar farm. So we're not going to build a piggy farm down here at the main base. Why? Because we've got a boar already captured and ready to go up there. And so it makes more sense to keep this base as, in my mind, as the main. Need to fight. Oops. All right. Let's get some. Let's cook some meat. Build some more stands. So we'll cook a whole bunch of stuff. That I had is there cooking, so that's fine. Don't want to burn any of this. Got enough coal for now. All right. Cook. Leave half of that. I'm not going to go too much more adventuring immediately. So we'll probably leave that as is. Let's grab some raspberries that I see right here. So we'll probably get short. Alright. Let's go take a look at what we need to upgrade our kit right now. So if I want to upgrade my flint axe, I need flint and rags. Scraps, I have none. I do have a bunch of that back at the alpha site, so that's what we're going to do. Bring some transport from the alpha site to the main base. I've got enough space. Not even a weight issue at this point, it's a space issue. Want to let them attack. Blocking a priority because it is super effective. If you are not familiar with the blocking mechanics in this game, just get good at them. Like just 100% get good. It's a critical part, especially when you're dealing with mob. I know I'm like, I'm gonna go pick up stuff. I need to make sure I've got space and weight. Chops random trees in the middle of the front. And we'll do a little bit more exploring to fill in some of this gap. between here and the alpha site. I'm looking forward to portals for that particular journey back and forth. So the lovely thing is that initially, if we want, we can even we can just run stuff back and forth, but it could in the long term become more efficient to ship it back. Raspberries. Grab this. And there's that bloody great gorge. And there is the BTS Alpha site. Now I'm gonna bet Piggy is at like 40%, 30%, 26%. Because of course every time I check on him it gets worse. Wow, it doesn't go up. That's a big time AFK thing. Okay, so stone. Yeah, I think we're gonna make this into an alpha site. We can put a little base up. We'll throw some palisades up. Make it extra protected. Grab some deadfall on my way back. Because that is I think it's a great source of wood. Cleans the area up a little bit. Honey. Honey is your most renewable food. It is also your least effective food. But given that you get 3 honey a day, 5 honey every 2 days, something like that. Totally, you know, if you're being conservative with your food, it is the best way to go. And I'm mostly conservative just because I know that when I get to the point of using things like jam, carrots, it's so much easier now that I've got seeds for carrots. Definitely gonna do some core farming. The next little bit. What do I need for fine? Do I need fine wood? I feel like fine wood is required for fine wood. I mean, I just made one in my other game, but I honestly paid attention to this. Right? I know I need fine wood to upgrade it, but it made. We'll check and see. It should be on my recipes list now, so. Stocky, because there's a deer over here. What's up, Jason? But it's the bird. Some more flint. Oh yeah, I've got 9. So that's the other one. So I need to kill some pigs. There we go. Is archery to kill pigs overkill? Yes. But only if you don't realize that that's how you improve your skill. Because it's effective use of archery that improves your skill. old adage, aim small, miss small. Two meanings to that. The first is if you are aiming at a very fine point, even if you miss, you're still going to hit. So, you know, the concept of aiming at a button versus center mass. If I'm aiming at someone's general shape, it's easier to miss. If I'm aiming at a button on their lapel, I'm more likely to hit, even if I miss, because it's a smaller target. The other part of it is being accurate quickly. So when I think aim small, I'm also thinking aim a short amount of time, because the more time you spend aiming, the more likely it is your target's going to move. Now, one of the challenges in Valheim early on, of course, is the fact that everything takes time. But the more you shoot things with a bow, the more your skill goes up, the quicker your aim circle zooms in, and then the more you can aim small. So even if it's an easy kill, you don't need it. Sneaking is one of those skills. Oh, okay. Oh, I should have. I just failed my roll, I guess. I must be at my weak again. Yeah. So we're gonna go drop this stuff off, then come back. Another tip, if you did not know this, and I had to explain it to my buddy, is that if you have your weapons equipped when you're running, you will run slower. I'm assuming most people knew that, but, you know, that's always dangerous to make an assumption like that. Raspberries on, I don't any mushrooms. So that should, yeah, enough. I forgot what I just took out. And it's worthwhile, especially when you're zipping around your base, to run everywhere. But like, that just seems excessive. I don't need to run. But again, the more you run, the more effective you get at running. Losing. But the more effective you get at a skill, the less stamina you use. Blah, blah, blah. So get good at your skills. Spend the time. I mean, if you want to be super cheater about it, I'm sure you could just like set up some sort of little. Oh. And learn your quick keys. Always important. Yeah. Happy. Let's go drop. Got more food stuff to drop off. So with that, there is a little bit of like just farming and dropping stuff off. That is an aspect of the game. If you are not familiar with Valheim, that is, for better or worse, part of the game. Stack. Stone. Drop. So drop this one off here. The other one's going up top. The hides are going to go up top. The resin. Got a big resin up there, I'm not sure. Go here. Feathers are going to go up top now. Neck trophy. There. The trophies are one of those things. I'm storing them only because I don't want to just litter it around. Oh, I need to drop these thistles off. I have not anticipated thistles this early on. Okay, so my plan had been fermenters there, but I think fermenters are going to go over there, so this is going to get redistributed pretty quick. I'm going to keep that for now. Yeah, the rest of it's all going to be great. I should go back. one of those things like you're kind of like, oh, it'd be nice if they made a mechanism whereby if you set a chest to auto filter what you've got, put it in, that'd be cool. But at the same time, people actually do it. Okay, so I'm putting those there because they are actually let's see what we got. A stag breaker. 20 core wood. Why could like stag now? Oh, that. So we're gonna build stag breaker. Oh, show. Crude bow to upgrade. Wait, that's flint axe. I've got the stuff to upgrade my flint axe. So 2 flint axe. I can build. And now I can't upgrade the flint axe until I get another upgrade on the workbench, which I can't actually get until the Bronze Age because I need bronze ads or something. Now I can make leather pants, leather tunic. That's going to require hides, so we're going to come back over here, drop that off. Leather pants. Making some leather pants and leather tunic. Now, upgrading these, I need bone fragments. I can also make a leather hat. Hide. I wonder if I've got more hide down. I'm gonna go rest, and then we'll go look for the hide. Sleep so dark. Probably play for another 20 minutes, half hour. It's kind of what I'm thinking. Not 100% sure what that plan is going to look like, but I don't think I'm going to go for a full 2 hours today. Got a plan. I'm definitely gonna do some stuff off stream. Oh yeah, off stream. Off stream is the right term. I want to check my hide. I'm gonna duplicate this building off stream, just because I don't think y'all need to see that. I have resin, but oh, I should upgrade my shield too. Should require. Wood, some resin up there. We can make some fire arrows as well. So let's grab resin. Let's take my shield. Just grab some shield. Upgrade. Shield. So upgrade those. I need more leather scraps. So I need to go hunt some boar. That maybe do. I can craft a leather helmet, and I can craft arrows, fire arrows. I'm missing some. So drop those off there. Flint. So on my tunic, pants, another helmet, and spares. Drop those. I'm gonna drop my arrow making here for now. Yeah. Right, there were some. I should repair things. Oh, it's torches. Scraps and hide. Okay, so I need leather scraps. That's really the resource I'm missing right now. So we're gonna go. let's just talk about skills for a second. If you're not aware, you have skills, and they go up. And you can see this little red line. So that's, it says damage with bows, but I've also noticed the more you go, the not only the damage goes up, but the aim time comes down. But yes, so you can see this is your experience with the weapons. So my swim, blocking, it's really high because I blocked like a second time. And same with my spears, right? I've got but I'm at 4 from using it very briefly. The idea is the more you use the thing, the more that red line goes up, and the faster you gain experience. Now there is mods that will actually assign numbers to how much experience you have there. But I am running completely vanilla in every game I'm playing right now. For every Valheim game, to be clear, I mod the snot of the others, especially for things, graphic updates. And I probably don't need to mark raspberries that are just close to the base, but two. We're hunting pigs. That is our current. Why? Because we need leather scraps. So we can make better leather pants. Actually, there's nothing with leather pants. I don't think so. Some buckets. We're also going to look for hides. Right here. Really close to our base. Which is kind of convenient because it means that I'm going to do the extra fight a couple of times. Multiple reasons. One, it's a really quick and easy way to improve your first pick, because the original pickaxe is it's fine for like terrain modification, but it is garbage at mining stuff. So either making multiples of it or upgrading it. I'm gonna try an upgrade and try a try an upgraded one and a basic one, and see if making 2 tier 1 pickaxes is better than an upgraded pickaxe. I'm betting the durability, I don't know if the durability is 100% better, but the damage it does is better, usually, so there's like a trade-off. That being said, I'm always happy to carry a level 1 pickaxe with me in addition to my, max level. Because I will try to max level those things. So it's the first things that I will max out when I'm done are the things I use all the time. So like my flint axe. I actually should have maxed this out earlier, but I didn't. I'm paying for it. Should probably also check out the alpha. I'm gonna just leave that door at the alpha site for a little while. I'm not convinced it'll improve while I'm away. It's some of those AFK mechanics and the instancing that happens in this game are a little bizarre to me. So for instance, like if I'm in an instanced, so here's a really good example. Yesterday I was playing in the other game, in one of my other games, and I went into a crypt, and I built a portal outside the crypt because I was doing a big exploration, and I always have, oops, piggy snuck up. I always have a portal back at base once I've got portals available for my exploration. It's just a good idea. Where did that pig go? Anyway, so I'd set a portal up, and I go into the thing, and I'm collecting cores and blah, blah, blah. When I come out, there's a Grey Dwarf attacking my stuff. Now, he's not just attacking my portal. He's already destroyed my workbench. So clearly, my general presence in the area inside of the burial chamber was enough to maintain the instance such that the Grey Dwarf spawned and attacked. But if I'm not there, like if I'm just, you know, well away from it, I know that's safe from experience. So I don't know if the pig back at the farm is continuing to I want to block. For all those reasons. Yes, so there we go. 2 blocks to get to level 2. I wonder if it's like every time you do a thing. I'm sure there's like a damage threshold for the weapons and stuff. Just kill them next. Just one. But yeah, the instancing thing for taming boars, I'm not super familiar with. It's just a matter of passage of time while there's food in there. Does it have to be while you're in the area? Like, should I be going and sitting there, letting them, you know, because AFKing there is not a safe idea, right? Like, I need to be there doing stuff. Let's see. What does this sign say? Bold traveler, bear witness to my warning. It's work, paths hard, great dangers, blah blah blah. Fear the horned one and its king. Yep. So we are getting close to our area. So let's just tuck into this Black Forrest over here. That's the other thing. Realistically, if we look at this, this base is nicely situated between a couple of Black Forests. We'll have this alpha site. We can set up a second, set up like a beta site right here. Let's just, is there some reformed structures in the area? That an ideal situation. It doesn't even need to be near. I mean, near land, near the water is good. Oh, we're gonna find it. So I don't. No. Oh, kill the raspberry. That's where the spear is better. It's a more elegant weapon. Or more civilized. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to plan for a fob here. Not quite a secondary base like we're going to have with the other one. This will be just map. So this is a campfire. FOB, forward operating base. That's what we're going to build out of here. So the idea with that is it'll be just a little structure. They'll have a hut and some things for us to keep. All right. Give you something really fecking stupid. We're going to run back to base. And then we're going to go into that burial chamber. We're going to go into a burial chamber right now. And, yeah, we're going to do some stupid things. Why are we going to do some stupid things? Because it's fun. Put the legs out right in front of that. You don't get a lot from the neck. That's the problem. Like, they really could provide a bit more. Take a little bit more. I've got 5 scraps, I think. Oh, more pigs. Get some necktails. Really what we're going into there for is to get the bone fragments. Because with the bone fragments, we can have better leather armor. So it's totally, probably not worth the risk that we'll be taking going in there. All Bronze Age and shit. But thought it was a pig. Yeah, I definitely think we're going to be aiming to get ourselves geared up to do Eikthyr next session. So I think maybe what I'm going to do, maybe we'll play again on Wednesday. Yeah. So I think that's what we'll do, is we'll plan for a Wednesday session. And we'll go take on Eikthyr. I may not do any other build till then. Those Black Forests so close. Spending a goodly amount of time in the Bronze Age is what's going to happen, for sure. Oh, show. So grab that. Carrying too much. Okay, I can't upgrade. I can upgrade my shield, which I want. A third tier. Tier 3. So realistically, those I've upgraded as far as I can. So drop that off. That off. Present. Where's that? Inflicted here. Let's take it out. So. Probably gonna rest. So drop off some stuff here. That off. So, stone. Stone. It's full. It's a good way to begin. We're gonna cook that food we've got. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Preparation for some craziness. Crazy time! If I die in the thing, then we're not going back. We'll go and collect our corpse, but we're not going to push through. I'm on fire. Raspberries. So, at this point, we start setting these things up. Sleep, good night rest, and then we're gonna go explore that really close. That crazily bad idea. I don't know. I think it'll be good. I think it will be amazing. So we're gonna book it there. Take down any piggies. Yes, sir. Follow the shoreline to the alpha to the beta site, forward operating base. So this is something. So if you join in, you're watching. If you're watching live, here's something that we're gonna let you do. If you're watching live, I will give you the opportunity to potentially name the forward operating base or whatever. So, if we're in the middle of constructing a base or a building, you can have it named after you, like a college building or some shit. Or you can name it. Now, like, obviously, I can veto any really bad names or offensive names for sure will be, like, Basey McBaseface will not pass. That is clearly a guitar name. It is not a bass name. Well, a bass guitar. So, the plan, really bad idea. Alright, so let's eat that. Let's get our shield out. Carrier here, we're not going to zoom. Tin. Some more tin. Some different tin. Some berries like that. Okay, it's only one berry bush. Oh, that's all sorts of. But see how that perfectly parried. It's called parrying. I really don't like that they call it parrying because as someone who has a lot of experience sword fighting, that is not a parry. That is a block. Hunin. Thank you, Hunin. But the good news is because those dwarves, they took out the skeletons. Right, able to get, see? Bone fragments. Your hide cave. More armory bits. Alright. So. Exceptional. Gosh, although we're no worse off would be right at the beginning. So this is a fair. All right, so pretty weak sauce initial passage, but that's okay. We've 4 bone fragments. I have people to upgrade 1 piece of kit. Obviously, we need at least 5 for a smelter. That's the thing, we can get smelters and stuff built now. We've got stone. We've got enough stone to build a kiln, which will be the first thing we'll build. Because we can just... That's also really bad. Because I wanted 5. I want 5 cores. I want to get a smelter up. If I can get a smelter up, that would be... So you can see, this is blinking. I can't afford to be blinky food. There's that door. Okay. Open that door. Alright, so see, it's new material ruby. I might have got that with the temporary as well. That's it. That's a 1 certain core. That is so disappointing. Smash your stupid. All that build up for 1 certain core. Alright, so this is my mechanism for letting myself know I've already searched this. Now, obviously, it's right here. I'm going to know that I searched it, but now I want to go find another one. Because it's just crap. I want my certain cores now. Definitely gonna do all my dungeon delving on stream, so this is like right on the edge. It's not likely to find another good. Don't want to burn up my stamina. I need to not run through the Black Forest at this stage. If I have bronze gear, and especially if I've got bronze armor, it's less of an issue. So that's the one I just went in. They can be fairly spaced apart. But some copper. It can be by the ocean. I can say anything. Oh. Something I definitely did not do in my first games was mark, especially blueberries. I should probably mark thistle as well, because they are super valuable mid-game. I think they're valuable times. Oh shit. Blueberries. Good mushrooms. So it's like a good little foraging section. Get like 2 or 3 sets of blueberry bushes. Just together. One, two, three, 4. You probably wind up with like a dozen or so, at least enough for a batch of Queen's Jam out of this little block. Alright. It's only 1 bush. It's probably not super critical to mark that one, but okay, so this could be some skeletons. How are skeletons in skeletons? Yes. Nope, that. not take amber. This is also potentially a great one. This might be a reasonable, depending on how much we need to explore this Black Forest, right? But having a preformed structure there makes it useful, for sure. Some tin. Want. Another. Trolley boy. Okay. Find some skelly boys and run, Jason. So try to put out some sense. Basically what can happen is if I'm going into the Black Forest, I can just follow my dots. I should wind up with stuff, even if I just walk past a copper mine. Whatevs. Those will get removed as they get deleted. So if anything, that's going to control. Okay. I don't have any space for seeds. Seeds are more valuable than arrows. I can always pick those up. Back for the blueberries. It's a spawn, so we'll return with the picks. A little bit of quickness in because I don't want to deal with spawn. All right. Structure. It's actually like this. I'm just gonna... Those are later Jason's issues. All right, so we can carry a fair bit, but we can't pick up anything. The good news is that we shouldn't need to. If we max out anything in here, that's not the end of the world. If I wind up with 10 serpent cores after this, I'm fine with it. I don't want that. Yet. Oh. Serpent cores. I want 5. I am fine with leaving once I have 5 to be. Pushed the wrong. This feels like this way. I think if they're close to the... This is my... Oh, that's... There's a ghost down there, which is dangerous AF. So we are totally going to... We're totally not going to stick around in this dungeon. Super long. I don't. Alright, what are we dropping? Ember points. So we're at 3 cores, 20 bone fragments, which is pretty good. Full health. Alright. I am afraid of a ghost. Out of stamina, but I killed it. So that's good. This one for certain. And we got the elders. Nice. Alright. So we have cleared this crypt. We have enough cores to let's, because there's some dwarf boys out here. All right, we're gonna kind of make a beeline. We'll map stuff as we go, but we're not. Oh. I do not want to get into another scrap. I could, but I've got a ton of stuff on me, and I'd frankly much rather just drop it off. Once we get the stuff dropped off, or once I get back to base, it's like RTB, as they say. We will probably call it a stream, because it's been just shy of 2 hours, which is a little bit longer than I necessarily intended to. I have not yet eaten lunch because I didn't know what I wanted. It's indecisive. So I sat there at the fridge, staring at the fridge. What am I going to eat? I don't know. And then I was like, oh, and now it's like 10 to 12 and time to stream. So I had a chocolate chip cookie because I always like chocolate chip cookies. I do have necktails, so there's no reason not to fight next. Especially if I can two-foot like that. Yeah. We are heading home. Then we'll call it, get some screenshots for the next thumbnail. So if you haven't noticed, assuming you have because you are observant folk, people who watch my stream are observant, I think. Watch the channel, watch the tubes. I try to take a snapshot of the base in its current form, which won't change because I have not made any adjustments to the base. and then a snapshot of the map to kind of show what has been revealed. So if you kind of follow along, you can look at the maps and say, oh, this is what he did the first stream, this is what he did the second stream. There isn't going to be, I'll promise, there will be no additional exploration during the between streams bits where I'm gathering resources. So you can trust that you won't miss any of the exploration. Some people may say, oh, the exploration is boring. It's just dudes walking. If I want to watch dudes walking, I'll watch Lord of the Rings, which, fair play. If you want to watch Lord of the Rings instead of watching, that is a valuable time I will not judge. Amber, I had 2 amber slots. Oh, that's kind of painful. Seeds, we've got 21 carrot seeds already. That's a lovely thing. Bone fragments, that's kitchen, crafting. Here. So we'll probably find present. Go. Identification. Berries. So we're 20 berries. That's pretty good. Bunch of thistle. Cactus. Mushrooms. Almost 100 regular shrooms isn't bad. And I'm gonna hold on to the cores. I think we're gonna see if we can't get. Let's get a nighttime shot. No, we're gonna leave the base. Okay. Let's upgrade tunic. Pants. Leather helmet. So we've got level 2. That's pretty. I'm impressed with the ability to get to that stage. I would not have anticipated it being reasonable given my past experience, which kind of doesn't make sense. My past experience should actually tell me that it is quite feasible to get to this stage because you're effectively doing that early on in Valheim. Your initial that's a lovely screenshot for us to use. The next one, and then map. Zoom out. So that's what we know. We don't really know what's where the Elder is. We'll be doing some more digging. Let's just actually move the cursor off. Screenshot for that. Alright, so that is going to be the end of this stream. I want to thank you all for watching. Oh, attacked. Come here, Aaron. Thank you all for watching. You are fabulous people. And until next time, I want to remind you to... Oh, let's check your beehives. Work your wonk. Wash your hands. Follow whatever measures you need to stay safe during the continued BS that is this current state of the world. Don't think... I totally... Make a boat, go and pillage, become the next Ragnarok. That is the plan. There will be a boat. Not next stream. Good night, and keep it geeky.